Frank Aldridge from the Integral Group. Question of the month again. We've got a question that's flowing on from, we did a thing last month about Section 17As, and that's a review that councils have to do, and the simplest way to do that. This one is really, what's the linkage between a Section 17A review and procurement? So there is a linkage. Sometimes when you do the Section 17A review, you're supposed to do it before a contract comes up for renewal. And one of the things you look at is value for money and what it's going to cost. And so sometimes you don't actually know. You might have an in-house model and you know what that's costing you, but you don't know what it would cost if you went to the market, or vice versa. Sometimes you've got an outsourced model and you don't know what it's going to cost if you brought it back inside. So bring it back inside. You've really got to model that properly. You've got to model all the costs to do with that, and, including the recruitment and setting up and all that sort of stuff. If it's the other way around, if you've got an in-house model, we've had this happen. You've just got to be really careful that you don't, abuse the market. And so what I mean by that is we had one client who wanted to go out and tender to the market for a price to manage their rec centre and swimming pool. And if they didn't like it, they'd keep it in-house. So they were really putting the market through a lot of work just to sort of validate an in-house number. So what we did in that case was we ran a simple rate registration of interest, and we picked 3 suppliers, but then we got them to quote what it would take them to actually cost that model, and then we paid them. So it wasn't a lot, but it was a sort of a bit of a token gesture, but that way we weren't exploiting them, but it was on the basis that it may go ahead, it might not, but if it does, that's your price. So what we didn't want them doing was underpricing it, and then later on when you actually go to market, then they have a much higher price. So we just did that, A, to protect them, but B, to protect us. So it's, it worked. And so there is a linkage, and you've just got to make sure that you've got accurate costs on the different models when you get down to the final analysis. Okay, so sometimes you finish the review and then you've just got to do this other bit of analysis to nail down the financials. If you get stuck, give us a yell, just send us an email, we'll help you out on that.